Representative Kennedy, you are recognized to introduce the Veteran of the Week.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, I got to know Mr. Towler when I was out on the campaign trail. I will say he was in the United States Navy. I was in the United States Marine Corps, so this is really a tough thing for me to do, to give Veteran of the Week, who's a Navy guy. But I spent a lot of time out. It took me about 4 times to get him to answer his door, so I don't know if he's afraid of Marines, but he actually spent quite a bit of time aboard ship and was on ship during the time when the Aegis missile system came about, which, if you don't know what that is, it basically was a precursor to modern warfare in the United States. So I am honored to have him here today. And Madam Speaker, I would ask the clerk to read the citation.
Clerk will read.
Whereas Harvey Lee Towler is a resident of House District 91 in Oklahoma City, served in the United States Navy, earning the rank of RD3, and was awarded the National Defense Medal. And whereas Harvey Lee Towler served 3 years in the U.S. Navy, where he attended the NTDS Radar Training Center and had the distinction of serving on the USS King DLG-10, along with the USS Mahan DLG-11 and USS Oriskany, on the first tour using computerized radar technology on the West PAC Tour of June 1962. And whereas Harvey Lee Towler is among the most honored of all those in public service, veterans who have protected all Americans from enemies both foreign and domestic. And whereas the state of Oklahoma holds our veterans in the highest esteem and appreciates the sacrifices and contributions they have made to preserve our freedoms and way of life. Whereas the Oklahoma House of Representatives of the 55th Legislature takes great pride in honoring you as Veteran of the Week. Now therefore, pursuant to the motion of Representative Chris Kennedy, the state of Oklahoma extends to Harvey Lee Towler sincere commendations and directs that this citation be presented.
Congratulations. Madam Speaker, I'd ask that you recognize Mr. Towler to say a few words.
Mr. Towler, you are recognized.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for such a wonderful honor. And with your permission, I'd like to accept this on behalf of 4 brothers that served with me during that time frame, as well as all the veterans across this great state of Oklahoma. And I would personally like to thank at this time for the great wisdom that I see in this room that serves the great state of Oklahoma and the wonderful people of Oklahoma. I'll be 73 years old next month. I know that's very difficult for all of you to believe. 55 years ago this month, I joined the U.S. Navy with a twin brother and younger brother. Oldest brother was in the Air Force. My youngest bud was in the Marine Corps. There's only 2 of us still walk around on the red clay today, but it was a wonderful time, wonderful experience to share a part of our country's history. At this age, I respect the educations that you folks have and what you do with your educations. And with your permission, I'd like to share just a little brief piece of knowledge from an individual my age. You learn through the years that you do whatever you can to make a buck, and the faster you can do it, the better it is. And that example is this. Representative Chris Kennedy is probably the greatest man I've ever known. $50. God bless each and every one of you and your families. Thank you.
Madam Speaker, I ask you to recognize Mr. Towler to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Mr. Towler, you're recognized to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Members and guests of the gallery, please rise.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated.